Let's travel back thousands of years to the Vedic age, a time when people in ancient India began shaping a new way of life. This was not just about farming and cattle, it was about crafts and skilled work. The Vedic age is divided into two main parts: the early Vedic period around 1500 to 1000 BCE and the later Vedic period around 1000 to 600 BCE. During these centuries, people's skills, tools, and crafts grew from simple household work to organized profession that supported the economy. In the early Vedic period, people mostly lived in a rural, simple life. Their main focus was on herding cattle and basic farming. However, crafts already existed and played an important role in daily life. Some of the earliest craft workers mentioned in ancient Indian texts were smiths, karmara, who worked with metals like copper or bronze, carpenters, taksaka, who made chariots, furniture, and homes, potters, kulala, who shaped clay pots for cooking and storing food, and weavers who created clothing for wool or cotton. Leather workers made shoes and bags, while metal workers produced ornament, tools, and weapons. These crafts were simple but essential. They helped people live more comfortable and survive better. In this early period, iron was not yet discovered, so tools and weapons were mostly made from copper and bronze. People used handmade pottery for domestic purposes, and most craft items were made within the community for their own use rather than for trade. Women also take part in weaving and other household craft, showing that both men and women contributed to production in different ways. Crafts were not yet organized into guilds or large workshops, and more artisans worked on a smaller scale. As we moved into the later Vedic period, big changes began to happen. The Aryans started moving eastward, clearing forests and settling in fertile Gangetic plains. With this, agriculture expanded, and so did the demand for better tools and more varied crafts. Around 1000 BCE, iron began to use widely, and this revolutionized the craft world. Iron tools made it easier to clear forests, build houses, and make stronger plows and weapons. Crafts more become more specialized, and new occupations began to appear. Now we see many different types of craftsmen: goldsmith, blacksmith, potters, carpenters, leather workers, bow makers, rope makers, and weavers. Weaving especially became an important household and commercial activity, with women continuing to play a major role. Metal workers began using several metals like iron, copper, bronze, silver, and gold to make tools, jewelry, and ritual objects. Pottery also advanced greatly. There were several styles, including the black and red ware, black slipped ware, red ware, and the famous painted grey ware, which often had decorative design and was used for by richer families. These potter style also help archaeologists identify Vedic statements, settlements even today. As crafts become more advanced, society became more organized. Different groups began to specialize in specific crafts, and these groups later developed into guilds, early forms of trade associations. Craftsmen start producing goods not only for their own villages but also for trade with other regions. This was the beginning of a more connected economy where agriculture, crafts, and trade supported each other. By the end of the Vedic period, the world of craft had transformed. What started as simple handmade items for household use turned into a diverse network of skilled professions. Craftsmen were now essential members of society, contributed to both economy and culture. Their tools, pottery, ornaments, and weapons tell us how creative and resourceful the Vedic people were. So, the story of the crafts in Vedic age is really the story of human progress, from simple handmade tools to organization production, from self sufficient villages to early trade networks, and from everyday survival to creativity and beauty. The skills developed during this time helped shape the course of Indian civilization for centuries to come. Thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, please hit like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.